Hello and welcome to Midday Update. Coming up are the headlines for the day. Omani-Indian Joint Committee to hold 10th meeting. PDO opens multi-purpose hall in Vilayat of Izki. Oman Customs issues statement regarding detained vehicles in Dhofar. 900,000 Afghans lose jobs since Taliban takeover. Sri Lanka Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa's residence set on fire in Kurunegala. Cyclone Asani to recurve in next 24 hours, rain and strong winds likely in 3 states. Brazil and Argentina must replay World Cup qualifier, reports FIFA. Janssen guides Vélez to victory over Cologne. Those were the headlines. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with you with the COVID-19 updates and the local stories for the day. Stay tuned.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
We at TTV are coming up with a new show. In which we'll be discussing about retail, hospitality, aviation, education, and various other sectors so that you keep abreast of all the latest updates in the country. So let's talk every Monday at 8 p.m.
Welcome back. Now for the COVID-19 updates for the day. 0 new COVID-19 related deaths have been registered in the Sultanate. The total number of deaths remain at 4,259. Meanwhile, 19 new cases of coronavirus were registered, which brings the total number of positive COVID-19 cases to 389,325. Those were the COVID updates, and now for the local stories. The Omani-Indian Joint Committee will hold its 10th meeting on Thursday in New Delhi, India, with the aim of strengthening trade and investment relations between the two friendly countries and discussing ways to develop them in sectors of common interest, Oman News Agency said in a statement. His Excellency Qais bin Mohammed Al Yusuf, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion, stresses the importance of the role played by the committee in creating new trade and investment partnerships and raising the value of trade exchange between the two countries. PDO officially opened a multi-purpose hall in Izki in an event held under the auspices of His Highness Syed Kamil bin Fahad Al Said, Assistant Secretary General for the Cabinet of the Deputy Prime Minister for Council of Ministers, PDO said in a statement. Spanning an area of 1,500 square meters, the hall is located within the Izki Cultural Complex and includes a theatre that can accommodate more than 700 people equipped with the latest audio and visual appliances. It also features the latest educational equipment and training rooms for conducting lectures and training workshops. Overall, the hall will support cultural and social activities in the Vilayat of Izki and the surrounding areas by providing a safe and well-equipped environment for the local community. The Royal Oman Police Director General of Customs announces to the owners of vehicles detained in connection with customs cases at Al Maziona Customs Department the need to visit the Dhofar Customs Department or Al Maziona Customs Department from May 11 to June 2, 2022 to complete the procedures for receiving vehicles for which a release decision was issued, Oman Customs said in a statement. With that, we'll take a short break and we'll be back with the international stories and sports news. Stay tuned.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
We at TTV are coming up with a new show. In which we'll be discussing about retail, hospitality, aviation, education, and various other sectors so that you keep abreast of all the latest updates in the country. So let's talk every Monday at 8 p.m.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the international stories for the day. According to the U.S. Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction, at least 900,000 Afghans have lost their jobs since the Taliban took control last August. Working women are disproportionately affected, with women's employment expected to fall by 21% by mid-2022. Since the Taliban took power, unemployment has skyrocketed and poverty across many parts of the country has put millions of people at risk. According to the International Labour Organization, more than 500,000 Afghan workers lost their jobs in the third quarter of 2021, and the number of people who will lose their jobs since the Taliban took control is expected to reach 700,000 to 900,000 people by mid-2022. Due to 4 decades of conflict, severe drought, and pandemics, Afghanistan's economy was already collapsing. After the Taliban seized power following the hasty withdrawal of US soldiers, the international community froze Afghanistan's assets and withheld help. Moreover, women work, and especially female breadwinners, have struggled to make ends meet since the Taliban took control. Female employees in government offices are currently housed in the majority of cases. Women's rights have grown steadily throughout the international presence in Afghanistan, but the Taliban's return threatens this progress. Sri Lankan Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa's residence in the city of Kurunegala in the northwestern province was set on fire on Monday, hours after the leader tendered his resignation to President Gotabaya Rajapaksa as the country goes through an intensified civil strife amid a crippling economic crisis. Earlier today, anti-government protesters also set on fire the official residences of Sri Lanka's Moratuwa Mayor Saman Lal Fernando and the MPs Sanat Nishanta, Namesh Pathirana, Mahipala Herat, Tissa Kutarachi and Nimal Lanza. A large number of protesters, including the Inter-University Students' Federation, were out on the streets and attacked the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna MPs. Even some SLPP offices were set ablaze. Moreover, 2 people were shot dead and 5 others were left injured at the residence of the chairman of the Viraketya Pradeshya Sabha, local police informed. The developments come even as the Prime Minister tendered his resignation and has called for the formation of an all-party interim government to handle the ongoing economic crisis in the country. The military has been deployed on the roads to maintain calm despite an island-wide curfew. The developments come even as nationwide protests against the government have intensified over the past few days, resulting in an increase in incidents of clashes with the security forces deployed at protest sites. With the probability of the severe cyclonic storm Asani recurving, the Indian Meteorological Department on Tuesday predicted rainfall and strong winds for 3 states, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and West Bengal. It is very likely to move nearly northwestwards till May 10th night and reach west central Bay of Bengal off North Andhra Pradesh coast and adjoining Odisha coast. Thereafter, it is very likely to recurve north-northeastwards and move towards Northwest Bay of Bengal off North Andhra Pradesh and Odisha coast. It is likely to weaken gradually into a cyclonic storm during the next 24 hours, the IMD said. The MET department has predicted light to moderate rainfall at a few places with heavy to very heavy rainfall at isolated places over coastal Andhra Pradesh, and heavy rainfall at isolated places is likely over coastal Odisha from Tuesday evening. For May 11, the IMD predicted light to moderate rainfall at a few places with heavy to very heavy rainfall at isolated places over north coastal Andhra Pradesh, and heavy rainfall at isolated places is likely over coastal Odisha and adjoining coastal West Bengal. Gale wind speed reaching 95 to 105 km per hour, gusting to 115 km per hour is prevailing around the system center over west central and adjoining the southwest Bay of Bengal. Under the influence of Asani, rain and thunder showers are likely to occur at a few places during the next 4 to 5 days in Telangana too. Hyderabad Meteorological Center Director Nagaratna said that during the next 2 days, Telangana is likely to have a thunderstorm with lightning. Cyclone Asani is a name given by Sri Lanka that means wrath in Sinhalese. Those are the international stories, now the sports news. Brazil and Argentina must replay their abandoned 2022 World Cup qualifier despite having already secured a place in football's showpiece tournament, FIFA said on Monday. The decision followed appeals from both countries' football associations, according to a statement issued by the sport's governing body. The South American rivals had been scheduled to play the qualifier last September, but the fixture was suspended less than 10 minutes after kickoff because of alleged COVID-19 rule breaches by Argentina. Brazil and Argentina finished first and second respectively in the South American zone qualifying standings for the World Cup to be played in Qatar from November 21st to December 18th. Both associations submitted appeals in February after FIFA imposed fines and ruled that the match must be rescheduled. After analyzing the submissions of both parties and considering all circumstances of the case, the appeal committee confirmed that the match would be replayed, FIFA said. The Zurich-based entity said the committee upheld a $50,000 fine for both associations because of the abandonment. But additional fines of $500,000 and $200,000 imposed on Brazil and Argentina respectively were halved, FIFA added. Last month, officials in the Australian state of Victoria announced that Brazil and Argentina would meet in a friendly at the Melbourne City Cricket Ground in June. It was not immediately clear if the match could serve as the qualifier or if the teams would have to find another date before the World Cup. Lucas Janssen scored late as well as Sarsfield clinched a 2-1 win at Cologne on the final day of Argentina's primary division regular season on Monday. Abiel Osorio gave the visitors the lead with a 5th-minute strike before Ramon Abila equalized with an angled finish just after the hour mark. Janssen restored Velez's advantage in the 74th minute by capitalizing on a bungled clearance and lashing home a first-time effort from 15 yards. The hosts squandered a chance to equalize 5 minutes from time when Abila sent a penalty kick over the bar. The result leaves Velez 5th in the 14-team Group B standings while Cologne dropped to 9th with 16 points. Those were all the local, international and sports stories for the day. For more updates, stay tuned and keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.